Damn.
Look in the middle until it's done.
Suspicion confirmed. That's crazy.
You can find me on DoorDash, and hopefully you get me.
You rubbing that knee is nasty, nigga. That's nasty.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were acknowledging that you were of the elder race, but you can find me at
The elder race. It's giving me everything I need. When Cyclops said, "Give them the forecast," I got wet. I did.
All right, Zelmay, you're under her. You're next.
Yes. I mean, chicken.
Wait a minute.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Monray Hudson back again, like you never left, with another episode. Make it make sense, of course. I cannot do this alone. So I am joined by a colorful crew of collective people. First and foremost, we are of equal opportunity here, so we also have to give villains their chance to shine. Speaking of villains, the amazing Spider Cam.
He out of rehab. He's still a villain.
You know, DEI is going, so there's no equal opportunity for villains. You know, we just gotta go ahead and fuck shit up. So I mean,
Yep.
maybe Spider can't AK the villain Blood Cartel. You know, here we'll make it make sense. What's up with it?
Hey, what's up with it? And of course, we got my man down here, super simping like his name is Musk. It is, of course, Zelmay.
Yo, shout out to my guy Elon. I never do this, but I'm gonna shout out my guy Elon. He out here got his 4th pregnant. He out there sending DMs to the young conservative movement people and saying and putting a baby. He breeding these bitches. And he giving them advertising dollars. He ain't paying them directly. He put they sorry tweets up. They tweets are trash, Monray. And he put them up and he make them viewed by so many people, and they get like $10,000 a month. That's how you trick. You trick with somebody else's money.
Good boy, nasty work here. And then
Shout out to the Musk.
And of course, speaking of nasty work, we have our local neighborhood scumbag himself. This is, of course, Africon 765.
You already know your local neighborhood scumbag here to give the folks a daily dose of dirtbag. Same gimmick, different day. All gas, no brakes, cold heart, hot takes, and everything that comes with it. But y'all niggas know the spiel.
Let's say I'm looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. I did.
You know wrestlers keep on stealing my shit, yo. First, it was fucking MJF. He stole my scumbag gimmick. And now we got Jacob Fatu. Every time I see this nigga, he's all gas, no brakes. Really? These niggas are stealing my shit.
You talking about this scumbag?
Hey man, it's a trademark.
No.
Yo, I'm gonna have to. They're stealing my gimmicks.
Who took over your timeline? One of them, of course, was Kendrick Lamar. And of course, we was talking about the halftime show, made predictions of what we thought it would be. And let's just say
y'all niggas said he wasn't playing peekaboo at the Super Bowl. Y'all niggas said that.
Don't get this guy animated, please.
Yeah. You know what he played at the Super Bowl?
He had a story he wanted to tell at the Super Bowl. And for me, it felt like he went back, with the exception of not like us, it felt like he went back to the Kendrick that we all known for years, the one that, you know, gives deeper meanings, goes behind the scenes and things. And the Super Bowl, in a nutshell, his show was a lot of it. There's a lot of subgenre, different texts and meanings beneath the surface of everything he did, from the game over to the Squid Games logo or the PlayStation logo, depending on the controller.
Oh, bruh, he put in the cheat code for infinite ammo on the fucking PlayStation pad at the beginning of the show, and then halfway through, he walked out the cheat code for infinite life.
Time him out for a second.
So there was a lot. A lot of means, of course, you had Uncle Sam here, played by, of course, Samuel Jackson, which he's done before. And just there was a theme, a message that he wanted to give. And then, of course, it seemed like he just threw Not Like Us at the end of it, but it also was a part of it. But, so he had a lot that he wanted to do, a lot that he wanted to say. Of course, he had to add the moment one-on-one with Drake where he looked at the camera. But different opinions. There's the artistic version that you look at for the artistic vision, the deeper meaning. Then, of course, there's just the surface level, which is just the show in and of itself, entertainment-wise. Amazing Spider Cam. How you feel about Kendrick's show?
It was mid. I mean, you know, he wasn't looking at he wasn't looking to entertain. He was looking to give us some Egyptian hieroglyphics or whatever he wanted to talk about. But you know,
if you're too old to understand the message, say that.
Can I? I'm reclaiming my time. All
right, Miss Waters, do your thing.
Reclaiming my time. Listen, academics leaked the track list. You know, people talking about that. I think this is going to be the most controversial halftime show since Janet Jackson got a titty revealed. Because
he's a horrible off-key.
Because there's a lot to talk about. There's him sending a message. Niggas ain't want to try and solve puzzles during the halftime show. They just want to be entertained. People can say how boring.
Want to do the dictionary.
Listen, the people can say how boring it was. Kai Cenat was there. He said there was input and crowd cheers and crowd noises and stuff like that. I'm just saying that's kind of wild.
I want everybody to know in the stream, not on the private.
So if you put and then we seen the recordings around the stadium. People were just sitting there, just letting them rap, and no reaction or anything like that. So it was just, you know, it's a lot going on, and yeah, Serena Williams there, and then they want to say, oh, she's crip walking. Her sister got killed by Crips, but she always been crip walking since Wimbledon. So I don't know why you're bringing it up just now. That part didn't make any sense. Why she was there didn't make any sense also, but you know, that's either neither or there. I think people only got rods to when SZA was there. People questioned their song choices. There's a lot of questions about his performance. You know, it outdid Mike, so I guess Mike's the measuring stick for Super Bowl halftime show. So it outdid Mike viewership wise, but this is the most viewed Super Bowl to date. So I mean, obviously, it's going to go hand in hand, I believe. So I mean, yeah, for me, it was just mid. It was what it was. I mean, and then now they're just like looking so into it. It's like he wore size 29 women's bell bottom jeans. Like, all right, I didn't know that was.
Them jeans were hard as fuck. Niggas gotta quit hating.
Please stop.
Them shits were fire.
Please stop.
Those shits were fire. It's okay.
Now you get responses. When you're an old nigga, I get like it. The size 29 jeans are high. I like we have to stop. It should have been news in
fire, bruh.
Stop it. It should have been news.
They were fire.
The jeans shouldn't be used in the first place. That's all I'm saying. But also the apparently the A minor chain wasn't towards Drake. It was for PG Lang, and then but you had a A minor flag with children on it. So was that for Drake or was that for PG Lang? I don't know. It's just like, and then now it's just like you do not like us, and then you know, the women you fuck, you don't think they're real women, but you had the two women he did fuck. But that was kind of confusing. So you don't think Serena and SZA are real women? I don't know. It bears a lot of questions with the lyrics he said. So you know, it's I think that's why it's probably the most controversial or talked about halftime show for negative reasons. Next to Janet Jackson getting her nipples shown. So that's my thing. It was mid. I wasn't moved by it. Usher was better. Weeknd was better. Rihanna Pregnant was better because it was entertaining. I don't need a message of Uncle Sam and whatever. Oh, he could have played Money Trees. He could, but he did.
So we got it. Cam's on the old white people's side. We got that.
I said it was mid. Did I say it was bad? I just said it was mid. That's all. I wasn't entertained because he wasn't looking to entertain. You had to hear to respond.
I was entertained. No, I was entertained.
I myself would have went crazy.
And also, see, listen. I wasn't entertained. If you're entertained, congratulations.
Cam, you
congratulations to you. I'm just saying I wasn't entertained because
you love yourself.
I'll jump in.
Oh yeah. If I didn't like it, I'm not a Negro. I'm sorry.
So for me, I share some of Cam's sentiments. Just being fair, like the overall thing of the Super Bowl halftime show for Kendrick was to tell a message. It wasn't really to give entertainment because otherwise he just would play stuff like swimming pools and
Money Trees,
Money Trees, you know, way bigger hits than just a lot of stuff off his recent album. But he wanted a message. He wanted to show us for the purpose of good old Uncle Sam shown here. different aesthetics he had.
You know how to play the game.
Celebrating the American flag, quote unquote. So there was a lot of things he was choosing to do, which is the Kendrick that we know, rather than just trying to put on a show. And which is why just throughout the show you could see up until really not like us, most of the crowd wasn't really just going rah crazy throughout the entire thing. So it's
like all the stars.
He wanted. So from an entertainment standpoint, I mean, I mostly share what Cam says. Like I gave it about a 6, about a 7, somewhere in that area, just because like that's not really what it was for. But going against it, now hold on, AI. Usher was good. Usher was good. I don't think Usher was amazing. It was good. I did like Usher. He went through a lot of his tracks. He just unfortunately Usher didn't have a lot.
That's his silliness.
He only had about 15 minutes, so he couldn't go through his entire 20 years.
They don't. Well, somebody tell Matrix. They don't pay you for Super Bowl
halftime was good.
One of the worst ones we ever had.
The Weeknd and
2018.
Timberlake, blah. Like I didn't really need that one.
Somebody inform Matrix that they don't pay you for the Super Bowl. You got to pay out of pocket for what you want to. Never mind. But hey,
I didn't even know
they said the Weeknd
here nor there.
I didn't even know that. And then the thing about that, like just to add context or just thought process, yeah, he did surpass Mike's record, which is 133 million, I think 0.3, and he had 0.1, and he had like a 133 million 0.5. So he does have the record now of like the most televised or most watched Super Bowl halftime performance. But considering that Mike did his show back in 1993 when we had nothing but VHS tapes to try to record something and straight live television audience, Mike's record is still way more lauded and appreciated for what he was able to do versus the advent of social media, 5 different streaming apps, everybody and their mama getting smart TVs and everything. So it's a lot.
Man, we ain't gonna compare Michael Jackson the biggest star we ever had in history.
Especially
the Super Bowl's on Tubi this year, so
like I say, it's a lot more easily accessible. Combine that with the fact that majority of the other Super Bowl performances were performed by artists or people not during the height of their popularity, like Usher, Beyonce. Beyonce is always popular, but like Usher, Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson, go down the list. A lot of them were put on there not at their maximum, popularity. Versus Kendrick was put in there when he's at the highest he's ever been popularity-wise. So it made more sense. And then, combine that with the whole beef and everything on top of it made sense.
Bruno Mars before the debt,
And I'm not hating on Bruno Mars. No, I'm not hating on. I want to put context in it so people don't necessarily just look at that and be like, "Oh, that just means he's the GOAT." Like, no. Context matters. But other than that, no, I don't think Rock Nation pays for it.
No, they get the pay come after because as y'all seen Kendrick numbers shoot up, like everybody who's ever done the Super Bowl numbers get, because people who never seen them, like, and right now in Europe, Kendrick tour sold out in Europe in less than like 5 hours because
he announced he was going on tour before the performance actually happened, like a couple days, I think, something like that. He announced he was going on tour with SZA. So I mean,
no, he announced it like last month. It was literally
the portion. It was
the Europe. Okay, yeah, the European, like he announced.
Yeah, you don't get paid to do Super Bowl. The only reason the Weeknd paid for his performance because he wanted his set to look the way he wanted to look.
Shout out to SZA, she looking beautiful.
God.
So we'll get to Zelmay, your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime performance.
First off, hey y'all, all the numbers, people, stop. Y'all confuse every number. Bro, we start making up numbers that don't even matter, bro. It's doing like wrestling thing. Yo, he has the biggest performance. Kendrick had the most views in the first 4 hours ever. Drake had the most in the first 3 hours. I'm like, bro, we can't just keep making up metrics. Listen, no one care what you did in the first 3-4 hours, bro. We can't just keep doing this. It's like I'm just seeing people just post it over and over again for both of them, and I'm like, okay, this is getting out of hand. To prove who won, bro. They both winning. Kendrick about to probably hit 100 million monthly views, which would be what, third all time, behind like Michael Jackson and a few other like superstars. Shout out to him, and Drake about to do crazy numbers too. Probably hit 90 million. I mean, they finna get paid. Shout out to them. But Super Bowl performance, I just had to get that out of the way because I don't know when we're gonna. Well, we can get to it later too. But Super Bowl performance, set list 6. I understand why he did it because he, from what I read, he owns a larger portion of the PG Lang, the newer songs, because he's technically was like a short-term free agent thing that UMG trying to think. That's what they're saying.
I guess
But even though I seen the numbers, he technically owns a lot more proportion than he does in money.
I'm glad you're getting to that because that was gonna be where I started.
So of course, if he plays more of his newer songs and they get the Super Bowl bump, which they have, every song he played got a Super Bowl bump, meaning he gets paid more. So
he owns the publishing for all of those songs.
Yeah, so
except for like the first two, I think. The first two that he's
like DNA, that's DNA and Humble, I think.
DNA and Humble, he doesn't own all the publishing for.
So if he did that for money purposes and like get his PG Lang and start making more moves, as PG Lang seemed they got deals with Fox, because they got songs with I just saw him with Disney and like 2 different movies got Kendrick songs. They got like 4 shows on Fox. They're gonna have his music played on it. He got Mustard now with TV off. So they got like a lot of listen. If he making money moves, he making money moves. But the set overall is a 6. But if it was to make money and just get his business started, no problem with it. Performance wise, him performing was a 9, which ended up giving him, which gave him a 7.5 for me. Why do I give it a 9? Listen, Peekaboo, I don't like the song Peekaboo, but the imagery was dope as hell the way they did it.
I put them boogers in my chain, nigga.
I still hate the song, but the
80 pointers like a Kobe game.
But I love the way they did the imagery and everything, how it came up. I'm like, this is fire.
Rihanna was pregnant during her performance.
Yeah, she was.
If I'm Rihanna, if I'm worth $2 billion, why am I putting out an album? I'm not putting out no more music for y'all niggas.
I'm saying shit like I make more money not.
I worth $2 billion. What are we talking about? I'm not making music for y'all niggas.
She make more money not performing for a label. And she would for a label. So like, why would I?
What is wrong with niggas today? Like,
Ethan Page and Javon put on a banger.
Ain't nothing wrong with him. He's just putting out his like thoughts. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Continue, Zell.
But as well as, breath control, stage presence, the way each time he did the camera, the move and the looks when he did something. Yo, it was a great performance. For people that don't know what breath control is, it's when you actually rap and don't have a backtrack.
Bro, you know, he went
which is very hard. And very few rappers do it.
During that show.
Andre 3000 does it. Big Boy, Black Thought. It's not many rappers that do it. Drake doesn't do it. I don't know if J. Cole does it. But most rappers don't do no backtracks. DMX doesn't. It's very few people. Nas doesn't, but most people, Jay-Z, them, Lil Wayne, they do backtrack. Because again, Lil Wayne forgets some of his verses. And Jay-Z does backtracks too. From what
I need niggas to quit bullshitting and saying they'd have rather seen a Wayne performance because that shit would have been garbage.
So I got to give him credit for being able to do that, do the imagery, have Samuel L. Jackson cut in when he does, say the things he does when he does it to go with the song. So performance is 9. Overall, I gave it a 7.5. Set list, like I said, 6. Performance 9, 7.5. I think that's fair.
That sounds good. And now
I'm just saying, when I said mid and you said 7's mid, right?
Well, you know, a lot of people don't realize mid.
Mid would be 5.
I didn't say nothing crazy, right?
A mid would be 5 because it's the middle between.
That's below average.
Cam,
I mean, if you want to be technical, sure, but in social media and the social world landscape nowadays, mid is anything under 8 for the most part.
But you gotta think, niggas don't use
anything between like 4 and 7 for most people.
I don't know.
But I've noticed, Cam, have you noticed that kids don't have like a middle ground where it's like, all right, everything got to either be trash or the greatest thing ever?
I said it was mid. That's all.
I say my overall rating of it, I put it at 7. I think it was relatively a good, solid performance. For entertainment value, this ain't gonna be your show, but for like anything else, you know, the display, the artistry, you know, the landscape, the atmosphere, everything else is probably gonna be just pure entertainment. That's not gonna be your show. Like if you were looking for bangers and the jam and nod your head the whole time, that ain't it. I can tell you right now that ain't it.
It picked up when Luther came on, right?
Midway through, I can tell you right now that ain't gonna be it.
Yeah, Luther's always gonna slap though.
I mean, even the
crowd woke up, or the
got on the stage.
The crowd woke up when SZA came, or the crowd got inserted when SZA came. Whatever happened, I don't know.
Otherwise,
they did add a lot to the streams. They did it for Alicia Keys too when she messed up her.
Oh, AI, I see you.
They added later. They added it later. So when like for instance, Kendrick mic was real low at the beginning. If you watch the stream, they up the mic sound. Just, like on YouTube when they do it on YouTube and post it later.
Thank God.
And we have
we knocking all sevens. I mean, I don't know.
Well, don't worry, we finna have the 10 out of 10s because it's time for the Afro comedy.
Oh, okay? So you just admit you don't watch Casual Conversations, and that hurts my feelings because you're not getting a 10 over here.
My bad, 9.9.
I don't know.
It's a just like I said on Casual Conversations. It's an 8. It was a solid performance. I got the songs I wanted. I understood the message. I've been so thoroughly engrossed in the beef that fucking it ticked every little T box that niggas needed to keep it going. I think it was a smart performance. I really do. And like I said, all I wanted, and Zelme, Monte, you can both go back and check the group chat. Like I said, I don't care what the nigga do as long as he plays peekaboo. And I got peekaboo. But I think when you go to all the symbolism and the everything in between, Kendrick goes on to show us why he's the boogeyman, why he will in fact pop out and show niggas. Like I said, from the infinite ammo cheat to the fucking extra lives cheat to fucking everything in between, fucking goddamn crip walking with Serena, fucking, I mean, I thought it did what it needed to do to fucking further Kendrick's money and fucking influence. And you love to see it. Simple as that.
You see, I like that reasoning from you, even though you criticize my reasoning, but I can feel grace.
Well, now that we've gotten through this, let's go on the opposite end of the spectrum because it was also on yesterday that Drake, the opposite end.
Now before we start this, I don't want some niggas to cap like this was a fucking amazing album. Just no one do that.
He didn't let us talk yet. Like, what are we doing?
Well, I was setting the baseline.
With Party Next Door.
He didn't even acknowledge I was giving him grace for the reasonable, non-biased evaluation of it.
I know, right?
Well, I don't think people need grace for being reasonable. You only need grace when you're being unreasonable.
That's it.
Oh, that's why I was getting criticized.
Now we have to go to the V-Day release of Drake's album called "Some Sexy Songs for You," and we will go back from the bottom to the top. Afro Comedy, your thoughts on the album?
Man, I'm sorry that Drake finally listened to Kendrick and it still didn't get him over, yo. Kendrick told him, yo, what is it, the braids? The nigga went and cut his hair. Fucking, he was like, nigga, I don't like it when you talk tough. I like it when you make fucking that sweet, light lady music. He made that shit and it still wasn't there for me. But I gotta be honest, we all know I've never been a fucking super Drake fan. Are there some Drake songs I fuck with? Yes, of course. One of the most prolific artists of our generation. Kind of hard not to have some songs you fuck with. But this was actually mid. Like middle of the road mid. Like current day meaning of mid, not even literal meaning of middle of the road. I take it back. I feel like all the songs on this album that I did sort of fuck with, I felt like it was mostly because of Party, and I don't even fuck with Party like that. I haven't fucked with Party. The way Party makes music now, don't like if he went back to like 2017, 2018 Party, I might have fucked with this album a little bit more, but this shit was whatever. I mean, I'm sure some children got made to some select songs last night, so shout out to them, but it was just blah for me.
So we got the expected. Let's move on up and see if it can get better. Zell, your thoughts on this?
Listen, me and Hollywood might go more in this later on. On this,
yo, he's finna beat the shit out of Austin and Grayson.
And we're gonna do I'm gonna do the Jacquees album. So I'm gonna get that a review as well with Dage Loaf.
Oh God.
So shout out to that.
Dage Loaf.
Yeah, hey, listen.
Her voice used to be the sexiest thing in the world to me.
Back though. But the Drake album for me was a 7. I love Greedy, by the way. I know people like Nokia, but I don't like the little techno sound. If Party
See,
was,
that's
if
one.
Party was
That's
off
one song on the album that I did fuck with. I liked Nokia.
So I get it though. I know people gonna hate because everybody's saying that's the best song. But Die Trying, I liked. I love Greedy. I love Die Trying. I love the first 10 songs until Party came on. And then I just liked it. But I was vibing in the first 10, and then it got a little weird because then we started getting like the what's this song called? Meet Your Padre. And then I got thrown off, and my vibe was kind of different. And then we got like Nokia, and then my vibe was different then. So like I said, I'm gonna have to listen to them two on their own. Because once you technically Give Me a Hug changed it, but Drake rapping on it.
I do agree. I think the placement on this album was super all over the place.
Give Me a Hug, he was spitting, but then it gave me that weird, I hate the ending. Then it started being like them dudes I don't like, and I was like, why? Stop being a Give Me a Hug ass nigga. But the first, like I said, the first bit of this, I'm like, I'm vibing. Party here. He kind of throw my vibe off a little bit, but I'm accepting it. And then it throws me off completely when Meet Your Padre come on. But see, I'm the Tower one is really good. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Celibacy, Greedy. I can rock with Greedy. Probably make my playlist. I don't know if anything else will quite make my playlist.
I don't think any of these are making my playlist.
Oh, so the women are main event.
Of course,
I guess they are.
But
I fuck with it. Julia deserves it, yo. She's
shout out to Pimmy. I like Pimmy's part and Pimmy's dilemma. Deeper, Jacquees made a better song about Deeper. So I'm just P&D rock. Jacquees killed you singing.
I'm not comparing niggas' songs that are called Deeper. I don't need to compare the
Sometimes
depth of Jacquees.
If I'm gonna be a music reviewer,
Listen, if you want to compare the depth of Jacquees and Party, that's all on you. You got it.
I'm comparing the song. I have no clue and don't care about
No, you're comparing the depth, bro. They're going deeper. You got to compare the depth. See who actually goes deeper.
No.
All Diddy.
But basically, like I said, it's a solid album, 7. I gave it a rewind, dude, but I'll go more in detail when if me and Hollywood do it, or I do it by myself tonight on every individual song and everything. But we ain't got enough time on the show.
Damn, it's kind of crazy watching two white boys just jump a big ass black dude.
We just saw a white boy beat a black man in a strap match. So
one bad, one mid. We go to the villain.
That's true.
What say you?
This album's mid. I didn't like the first half of it, but once we got to Nokia and then then we got the Raining in Houston, Give Me a Hug, Brian Steele, Penny's Dilemma, Small Town Fame, Deeper, Spider-Man, Superman, Crying in Chanel. You know, it picked up.
Crying in Chanel. That was the other one that I fucking
fire. So the other Greedy, Seeing Towers, that was a great intro. But the only issue with this album is Party, because I think Party's washed.
Let's go.
So I mean,
I agree, honestly. Like I said,
Party's washed. If he had black, listen, all I'm saying is, if he had Black or Bryson Tiller on here, it would probably hit a lot different. And the only issue is Drake was rapping. Six Lack. If the other issue is Drake was rapping or singing more than Party was singing, and he did that on Her Loss. Like he was rapping more than 21 Savage, and 21 Savage was probably the best part of Her Loss. So
yeah, if
you had just like a better vocalist on there, like a Bryson Tiller, Black, even Four Bats, put Four Bats, give me Four Bats and Drake, like. Yeah, I mean, you want a remix. So I mean, why wasn't this do Drake and Four Bats? I think that would have been better.
I wish Six Dogs was still alive. Give me Six Dogs and Drake.
I think Party's washed, but Nokia is going to be the song for TikTok, and then
TikTok.
Give Me a Hug. I mean, Drake was snapping on Give Me a Hug. If you don't think he was, then you're fucking crazy. Like he was rapping.
No, he did. He got off
rapping. He switched over to the R&B. He had Aaron Hall switch up. I Miss You on that John. So I just thought that was fire. That's probably the best song on the album. I mean, I'll give you my top 5 rappers at the all said and done. It ain't my show. I'm just here. But other than that, the joint was for the bitches. It's on Valentine's Day. It's for the bitches. Like I don't think no niggas should take any of this serious.
Niggas was trying to make it seem like this was gonna be Party's fucking defining work. This was gonna be Drake's fucking return to grace, and this shit was.
I think it is. That. I think the only reason I think is Drake's return to grace because I said on another live stream, Drake, and it was like, don't you find it weird? Drake doesn't evolve with his pen. You know, he's 39 years old and talk about.
Don't you think? Don't you find it weird? He did exactly what Kendrick told him to do.
No, I'm not saying that. Drake is a pop star. He can do whatever he wants. He can rap whatever.
No, but he can definitely do whatever he wants. But that's not what he did. He did what Kendrick said.
Right. This is why you gotta listen to React. That's what I'm saying. Drake is a pop star. He can write whatever he wants. He can sing whatever he wants. He can rap whatever he wants. He has no core audience. He can just say whatever. He's one of the most popular. One of the most popular mainstream artists of all time. He doesn't have a core audience where you're expecting something from him. If you're expecting something from Drake, just give it up. Kendrick, you have to
here's the thing. I agree with what you said, but I think people were expecting something from him just because of last year. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying I feel like any other time you're completely right, but I feel like at this point in time, to say nobody was expecting anything from him, I think a lot of people were expecting something.
So if you're expecting something from Drake, you're silly. The last album was a pop techno album, and the album before that was him and 21 Savage. He could do whatever he wasn't. But Drake, then why walk around with the gunshot sweater? The issue y'all have with Drake is he goes to his gangster bag, goes to his pop bag, he goes to his dance bag, then he wants to rap with somebody else. It's just like he doesn't have to evolve with his music. He can just rap whatever or sing whatever or write whatever.
He's a wave rider. That's what he's always been. We know that.
He's in the pop bag. He can do whatever he wants. He's not Kendrick, who's a lyricist. Where you have to evolve with your music via a pen. You know, when you start writing and you write with a crayon, it's like, no, you gotta write with a pencil now, and now you gotta write legible now, and now you gotta write cursive now.
Now you gotta write with a pen.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Though.
No erasing.
Do you respect the fact that Kendrick does? Do you respect the fact that Kendrick could go commercial?
I forgot triple threat matches were fucking anything.
He always just goes back to his core, as Monte said, because. Listen, damn, what's his commercial album that he decided to I can make a commercial album? That's his best-selling album. He had Loyalty, E&A Humble, the songs that people want to do.
Yeah.
Well, what with Kendrick or with people like Kendrick or J. Cole or whatever the case may be, when you're labeled a lyricist, you have to get out that mainstream bag, and now you got to really rapidy rap. Just like Jay-Z when he did it then, and then he's like, "Oh, get rid of all of the jerseys. We gotta get in suits now." And Nas, you got rap, you got rapidy rap. You don't have the luxury to do mainstream stuff. You don't have luxuries to do what you want. You gotta rapidy rap and evolve with your pen. Drake doesn't have to do that. He's a pop star. He can rap, sing, do whatever he wants. And he has the luxury to put out a Valentine's Day album with Party Next Door and just have 17 songs or whatever he wants to do. And somebody's gonna eat it up, pause, and somebody's not gonna eat it up. It goes with everything. That's all.
Listen, I'm not talking to Cam or anybody like that. I'm talking about the weird niggas who said this album for niggas that if you didn't like it, you don't get bitch. Like, nigga, quit being weird.
Get that part, bro.
Like, Kendrick fans too. Y'all be weird too. Y'all these fan base, these stands get weird. And I'm like, quit. The nigga is not Kendrick is not your father. Drake is not getting you bitches. Nigga, stop. Stop saying weird things.
I don't know where to function at.
Listen, if songs were getting bitches like that, yo, fucking. Unfortunately, folks, you gotta put in some work. You gotta put in a little work.
Like, nigga, if you could just listen to Drake and get pussy, nigga, I seen a dude tell Cam. I saw a dude say, Drake's album made my girl pussy wet. And I ain't never felt it like that. I said, nigga, stop.
That's crazy.
What are we doing?
That's crazy. You were on
Nasty
Twitter.
work.
I was on Twitter, nigga.
Yep. Because I remember I remember that tweet.
Mine ain't gonna be
God
that
damn, yo.
Mine ain't gonna be that long. It's real simple. I changed my mindset. Like I had to do basically what Cam and what Zell had to say. I had to shift my mindset from just being Drake solely the rapper to Drake the pop artist. And when I judge this just based on Drake as a whole, like what he's expected to put out regularly, albums, it's middle of the pack, another average one, 6,
It's
7.
not a standout.
No, it's not a standout. It's about 6, 7. Like I said, it's a solid work, and I like that he put this out because it like I said, it helps separate him from that automatic comparison to Kendrick album and everything that he's gonna get as soon as it comes out, because this is not that kind of
Obafemi with the chair is scary work.
and
Table.
the one track on here that can be compared in anything is, of course, Give Me a Hug, which I'm sorry, that hook is still weird. I don't know what nobody says that is.
Oh yeah, it's mad.
It is weird.
It's a little cringy.
Yeah, it is a little cringy. I'm not gonna hold it is weird. But ignoring that, he gave the snippet of like, hey, I can still rap, I can still put out bars. And now I'm just gonna go and be in my
But was it supposed to be cringy? What was it supposed to be?
I think it was.
The hook is weird. But ignoring that, like he showed he can still put out bars.
Give Me a Hug, niggas is live and direct out there. So I mean,
yeah, I do. And then just
No, it worked. Somebody said they heard a girl tell a dude that.
God damn.
A solid vibe, something you just play in the background, while you're doing stuff, nothing you really gotta focus on. I'm cool with it. Just something simple to put out there to restart your career past the beef and everything. Like, hey, I can just be Drake and put out whatever. So it's relatively cool. If he'd came out with like
True, mate.
Let's say he came out with some like vibes or some kind of hard hitting rap album, primarily rap or something of that nature, it would have been directly compared to Kendrick. Analyze anything, possibly saying anything about a Super Bowl or something, and he might not have been able to be, evaluated solely on Drake. And so for that, I think he did a fine. I think he put out the project he needed to do just to get past this. So I mean, everything. Like I said, it's mostly fine. It's cool. Give Me a Hug was there. Lasers were straight. I like Nokia.
Greedy.
Deeper. Like I say,
Crying in Chanel, yo. Crying in Chanel is actually fire. That was.
So I'm cool with it. Like it's a little vibe to play in the background. You ain't got to focus on nothing. Mostly you can just let the album run. Once you get past Give Me a Hug, which is I think is one of the main reasons why probably the first one, second one on the album, I think. Get past that, play everything else. Cool with me. But since we keep talking about the mid, some other middle of the pack stuff we got to talk about. So, we got to talk about some more.
Obafemi just be wrecking his shit.
Shout out to Captain America: Brave New World. He come out on Valentine's Day, so the MCU did decide to strike.
Shout out to all the women that were forced to go see that movie as their Valentine's Day date.
I would just say this movie, it definitely is gonna have some mixed opinions, just because I don't really know as a whole what people were really expecting from this movie. I got what I paid for because I expected a pretty run-of-the-mill, basic Captain America story, really similar to like the first Captain America, maybe a little bit of Winter Soldier. It's like somewhere along that vibe, not really a lot of super craziness. Ooh. Nah, Red Hulk, it what it is. Just once I heard that, it was in there, I was like, well, it is what it is. And mind you,
shout out Harrison Ford.
If you have not seen Captain America: Brave New World, you don't want to be spoiled, come back in about 15 minutes.
Negro.
Because I'm telling you right now, we're gonna spoil everything. I'm not holding nothing back.
I didn't watch it, but spoil it. I don't give a fuck.
3, 2, 1. Look, the movie is pretty much just average. It's not bad by any means. I think the acting was very well done.
Harrison Ford killed it.
I think.
Yeah, Harrison. Like I said, shout out to Harrison Ford. He was in his bag.
They kept it mostly sound. They kept it mostly like solid. Everybody did their part. Everybody's acting was on point. So the story relatively did good. They did good with the action. Kept plenty of action sequences so that you wouldn't be super bored past like one mostly extended long portion. I really liked the aerial scene where everybody was hanging out around the newly crowned adamantium sword celestial. Yeah, if anybody's wondering what the main point you need to get from this movie to continue forward, other than anything you know for the trailer, is simply that adamantium exists now in the MCU.
Yeah, I was about to say they're setting up Wolverine inbound.
The leftover shell of the celestial that the Eternals stopped from being birthed has adamantium in it, and it's being harvested by the Earth by all the major countries. So if anybody's wondering, adamantium is now in the MCU. That's the main thing you need to know going forward. Other than that, any bit of information you need to know, you can get from the trailer. Like, it's not hard. So that's the main point. But otherwise, the movie's good, the fighting's good, the acting's on point. I do think like there's some stumbles. Like having Giancarlo Esposito up in here is a pretty good money making thing. He was pretty much irrelevant after like the first.
I got a question about that, Monte. Do you
First
think
half hour?
Did it feel like he was like? Did it feel like he was like was supposed to do something? Like the Serpent Society was supposed to be the main villain at first, and then it just switched. Like it
felt like they changed directions midway through.
Like he was disjointed from what he was supposed to do. Because it felt like he was supposed to go kill the buyer. Instead, they switched.
I'm glad I didn't pay to watch it.
I don't really know they put a lot of emphasis on the black superheroes, at least in the MCU right now. They don't really put a lot of emphasis on them anyway. So I don't think it's just most of the heroes alone don't have a love.
Bradley, by the way,
like,
he was doing his thing in that movie.
The top ones, other than the Avengers themselves, I'm talking about the original ones, the original 6. Most of the other ones didn't have any love interest whatsoever. But
are these niggas Retribution 2.0?
Like I said, to me, I don't feel like he was supposed to do more or anything. I really just feel like this was a connecting movie. This is just something like,
like they filmed it later.
Like I feel like they just like, we just need to connect a few movies and keep it going. Like just really all we need to do. They need to connect because they connected the original bad Incredible Hulk, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and the Eternals all in one. They was like, we just need to connect all of this.
We're gonna change some stories on some stuff we had questions about from a long time ago.
It felt like a building block movie. It really did. It felt like a foundation starter.
And that's all I really expected from the movie. I didn't expect anything crazy. Even Red Hulk being in the movie was crazy. To me, the movie was better.
Hey, the Red Hulk fight scenes though, the CGI and that shit, they were in their bag.
I give them props because that fight was way better than I thought it would be. Like, I legitimately thought the movie would be worse than what it was. I can get a movie a solid 7.5. I thought maybe even an 8. Like I really thought the movie was a lot better than what I thought it would be. That don't mean it ain't got no hiccups. Like other than the fight scenes, like there's not a lot of deeper substance in the movie. Like there is some deeper substance when it comes to some things they're going through when it comes to like the race, the biasness, arguments, the disagreements between people and some of the deeper levels. Those are there, but as far as like the story's pretty bare bones, just to be fair, like it's pretty bare bones. And another spoiler, 3, 2, 1, of course. Like having Samuel as the main antagonist, like he's supposed to basically be looking like Megamind, and he said he wanted to keep it a little more realistic. Because this is what he would have looked like. Nobody wanted to see this on screen, not even him. So he's like,
I wanted to see the Master with his regular.
We saw what happened with Ant-Man. I don't think people want to see.
So they kept it.
I wanted to see the Master with his giant ass head, yo.
But I gave them props. I think the movie was solid. I think it was good. It was a lot better than I thought it would be. I really expected the movie to be bad. So I think it was good. I think it did fine. And
Monte, calling him Megamind was crazy.
Leader, his leader. It's his leader.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. I don't know why I was thinking it was the Master for some reason. The Master is fucking
gonna be what's it?
The leader. But no, I agree with Monte. I still don't. I'm glad I didn't pay to watch this movie. But y'all niggas know I ain't paying to watch too many movies. Fuck it. But it was solid, yo. But it felt like a foundation starter. It felt like they were like, here, we gotta tie some plots together so we can actually get off to the races. Yeah, they did a lot of little plot worky things that I feel like could be good, could be bad. I feel like the adamantium was a little sloppily done, but I mean,
I'm happy it made sense. Like that's my main thing. It made sense, you know. So let's
did.
Adamantium, cool. Like they're gonna be made of something, and you know, okay, I will take that, you know, because they got to get Adamantium and some X-Men stuff in here some kind of way.
Yeah.
So, and we already know, like, if you're wondering, Wolverine.
But do you feel like you really needed to do that though? Because couldn't you have just been mining and found adamantium like in the regular?
That would be weird if we based it on MCU.
You
Like
just
nobody's
have to
found
find
it
it
in
out.
300 years. This shit just there.
Hey, you don't think there could still be minerals in the earth that we haven't found yet?
No,
you
Cho's
dig deep
supposed to
enough?
be in the movie right now. Red Hulk is Harrison Ford, not Cho.
Yeah.
And Harrison Ford was in his fucking. He was my favorite part of the movie, low key.
Isaiah Bradley killed it too.
I gave him, like I said, to me, the acting in this movie was very well done. The acting for everybody was on point. I was cool with everybody. It was a necessary amount
Santino.
of quote unquote loss, sacrifice, danger. You know, there were people that got off. They didn't even skimp. They didn't go crazy with the blood and gore, but they did show some graphic parts. Like, you know, as soon as they go up in the as soon as they went up in the jail, and you know, Shira's character Ruth, she was going into jail to talk to Isaiah, and all of a sudden the other people instantly just offed themselves in front of her. I was like, oh, okay, they going into some stuff. I cool. So, you know, it was a good, solid, realistic type movie, you know, that you can get with, you know, a realistic Falcon, because he's not super. And you know, he got messed up. I ain't gonna hold you. The one thing they added in the movie that saved Sam and made it all this make sense was saying that the Wakandans gave him vibranium wings. That was the one thing in the movie that saved everything, because otherwise it was not gonna make now a bit of sense of him being able to fight with Hulk.
What he got in the TV show at the end?
No, I'm saying, like, that part, adding that, you can say everything. I'm cool.
Oh. And I like the fact he openly admit that Hulk can, after he lost it, Hulk can just kill him in one punch.
I did like that too.
Yo,
there wasn't.
If I don't have this vibranium shit, you can just kill me in one punch and I don't have it no more. But hey, listen, I'm gonna try to talk you down, big fella. One thing I did like about this movie, that like I said, I gotta do a review on this too, fully. But like I said, I don't want to take everybody's time. Anthony Mackie character, they gave his character purpose, in which I don't feel like they did in the TV show.
It's a good showing of a little bit of depth never hurt anybody.
I feel like this should have been the show instead of the one. He'd be like, "Yo, I should take the super syrup serum because I'm getting my ass whooped and I can save people." And everybody keep telling him, like, "Bro, you are in motivation because anybody can be you. Anybody, the same way Gucci Mane used to say anybody can be Gucci Mane, but everybody can't rap like Eminem and Kendrick. Like, you kind of like everybody ain't gonna have a serum, but." Then having at the end of the movie having Dan be like, "Hey, bro, I didn't want to be nobody. I want to be you because I could actually be you." And I thought that was a dope story because I'm like, why would people support this Captain America? You gave him a reason. You gave him a reason to go and keep fighting because people can be you, and that's your motivation. And I like the fact they played off the super soldier serum over and over again. Be like, yo,
yeah,
take this.
I like that too. It's
like I
said,
I'm like, the TV show didn't do
good
nothing.
Foundation.
TV show. What was this on the TV show? This should have been his depth reason. And it kind of made me regret that a little bit with the show. I'm like, yo, you could have put this out first and it would have been better. But he gave Anthony Mackie, Captain America, depth. I even saw when he did certain points, I saw people clap in the movie theater. Because they're like, yeah, I can get behind that. It was white dude, too, old white dude. They were like, oh, I can get behind that.
Shout out to the white guys clapping for black guys in movie theaters.
Like, yeah,
Black History Month at work.
I don't like the fact that but I can get behind the thought process that anybody can do it. You know what I mean?
If a nigga can do it, we can all do it.
Not on serum, like Isaiah Bradley.
And hit him with a violation.
I don't know much here right now, but
no.
So that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And
Listen, real fast. I got too much to say, but I mean, you know, I did want to watch this movie, but yeah, I mean,
solid.
I was forced.
It really is. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Listen. I was forced to watch. I did want to watch this movie. But I was forced to watch Dog Man by my daughter, so I mean, I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Kids love Dog Man.
Kids do love Dog Man.
Listen, I fell asleep. Hey, yeah, but like,
Old man Cam.
Hey, that was a nice little nap in that joint. But it's a new era of MCU. I think this is just a placeholder for Fantastic Four. That's all this was. If you had any expectations of this movie, you should probably be ashamed of yourself.
No, I think as long as you had reasonable expectations, you might not have been let down by this. Honestly,
I'm not saying I'm not saying a letdown moment. I'm just saying, will it stack up to Winter Soldier? Will it stack up to Civil War? Will it stack up to the first Cat movie?
No, but the first Captain America, it could be there with.
It's definitely
I'm just saying, the first Cat movie.
Okay, I'm glad Monte said it. I do too.
The first
I think
Cat
it's better
the first
than the
Cat
first
movie was
Cat.
just lore accurate. The first Cat movie was just lore accurate for everything.
Yeah,
and he's not known for having a great origin story, but they followed it to a T for the most part. If you watch this movie, just build up to the next movie that's going to come out for the franchise or whatever Sam Wilson gets. Cool. If you thought this was going to be something like, oh my god, like MC's back, all right, relax. This is a placeholder for Fantastic Four, but shout at everybody in this.
I think it's a good starting point, though. I really do. I think it's a good foundation.
When you have something like the Marvels or Galaxy 3 or just like stuff that didn't hold up well, like What If Season 3.
Well, Cam, you know how the first Captain America sort of set the tone for what was to come.
Yeah,
I feel like it really sort of did that. I was gonna say I feel like it set the tone for what we're getting going forward.
I think if it set the tone for Anthony Mackie to be a franchise player.
It's not doing it today, even though it does say Cap is coming back.
Cora Jade got them bangs.
I do before we go to the last one. It sets the tone by its post-credit scene, which I'm gonna be real. The post-credit scene is not nothing crazy. It's simply the leader telling him, like, because in the realm of this story,
I seen it. Just niggas coming.
The leader, he's because he got gamma radiation, he has a very, very smart brain, essentially.
He's a probability person,
and by probability, he's already seen that other universes exist, and they supposedly he's already said, and is the nod to let us know they're coming to, war with this universe, with the main 616 universe. So he's basically saying, what are you going to do when the other universes come? So he's basically inviting and letting people know, like, war is coming with other
the incursion's coming, so people are going to try to destroy the universe.
They just said a Secret War
story. Y'all know the Secret War story.
But now that we're looking towards the future,
beyond or inbound, folks.
Shout out to the Thunderbolts.
The Thunderbolts in your blood clot
with the asterisks
coming with the May the 2nd. They did show this trailer off, a little snippet during the Super Bowl. They also showed this trailer. If you went to watch the movie, this trailer showed during the movie as well, full-length trailer. Thunderbolts is a collection of former villains, ex-people. You see Iron Patriot, Winter Soldier, Yelena, Ghost, Taskmaster back there, which that one's wild for me. So they're going to put together on a team. And in the trailer, just show, them getting through different hijinks, fighting, being around each other. But the biggest question mark is the person who's shown to be at least a antagonistic threat.
I don't know.
And I can't lie, that's the biggest conundrum because I have no clue how you plan for them to deal with the Void Central.
Power in the show, bro. He just
them dealing with the Void is so fucking ridiculous that you're just like,
Sentry is basically the equivalent to Superman.
You know how they're gonna do it? Power friendship.
He's equivalent.
Don't do that. You might need that for the Void, though. I think about it. We have watched the Void rip the Hulk in half before, bruh. I seen it. I read it with my own two eyes. This nigga ripped the Hulk in half.
Like they showed in the trailer, Bucky trying to punch him and Bucky got his arm.
That nigga was turning people into shadows.
Like,
he was.
This is essentially the equivalent to Superman and DC. They should not have a hair's breadth of a chance.
But we saw Noel pop in already, though, and think Noel literally ate the Sentry for breakfast.
We're not talking about what Sony did to Noel.
I'm just saying we saw Noel pop in.
MCU now.
I was gonna say Noel could be in the MCU.
But we're not talking.
They said
That's an even worse thing than dealing with Sentry. No, it's far worse. But
yeah, Noel's way worse than dealing with the Void. Like I said, the Void literally got.
They're not heroes, and they're
I think Thunderbolt's gonna be fire.
I do too.
Mind you,
I do too. Honestly,
I actually like.
It gave me some faith after watching.
I think the movie's gonna have a nice, funny kick to it. Once we understand how the heck they're gonna deal with Sentry and why he's even there, I think once you get past that, the overall like collection of them, the funny moments you can have between them, you know, cracking up and all that kind of stuff, I think it's gonna be a good time. I do think it's gonna be amazing, by the way. I don't know how good, but I do think it's gonna be a good time. I like what I see. Like I feel like I'm going to this movie expecting to be.
They need Anthony Mackie to talk Sentry down to become Sentry.
I can't hold that. Sentry right now is the only thing about this movie.
Let me speak to him real fast.
Like he's the only thing that don't make sense. I'm like, bro, he shouldn't even be here. Let alone y'all shouldn't even be. You could put Sentry as an Avengers level threat, and it will make more sense.
Shoot,
like Sentry. It's just. It is gonna be funny that I'm honestly intrigued to see how they managed to get over on the Void.
Or did y'all notice in the trailer how they were like, "Yo, bro, all we can do is shoot and fight," and they made sure they did it.
Yeah, I did like that. I was like, they made like, yo, niggas is just nice with weapons.
We fighting a godlike being out this month.
I was gonna say this nigga is out here planet busting shit, damn near. And
we making niggas flat when they run, dog.
Well, and like I said, the combination of people is going to be definitely a little strange.
I know this is a thing, but we saw First Steps trailer. I'm just, are we really jacking?
Look,
are we really jacking that nigga as Reed Richards? Like, come on, nigga.
I think X-Men First Steps.
How does he have the mustache?
X-Men First Steps. They didn't have Apocalypse.
John Krasinski should have kept on being Reed Richards, yo.
Not anybody else beside him.
He's in a different multiverse.
John Krasinski should have kept on being.
Yo, I promise Disney just paid.
Well, look, they better open up the multiverse and go grab John Krasinski, Reed Richards, and what that shit.
Every character in Disney almost. They just pay that man. He in Disney movies. He in fucking Star Wars all over the
place. They do just be handing him a bag.
Why this thing look like
got like a mass contract that he just get a bunch of movies that he got a family.
Oh boy, Yelena.
Why this thing look like that?
U.S. agent
Ryan Gaines.
Yes. Boy, this movie, I can tell you right now, this movie gonna be hit or miss. It's gonna be hit or it's gonna be miss.
I agree. I think it's either gonna be a slapper or it's gonna be horrible. I think it's gonna be
that combination.
I don't think there's any middle ground.
Yeah, that combination of people is wild. Yelena, Winter Soldier, Red Guardian, U.S. Agent, Taskmaster, Ghost and Bob. Like the acting, we finna have to see, and the funniness with some of them.
But isn't it weird? Why wouldn't you just? Why don't they have the Red Hulk
when he came in? Ain't he supposed to be a congressman from the?
Why can't we just have the Red Hulk in the Thunderbolts like Thunderbolts usually come?
Well,
but I'm saying, historically speaking, fucking the Red Hulk is the leader of the Thunderbolts. He's literally Thunderbolt Ross.
I'm saying it's literally his name.
He's literally Thunderbolt Ross.
We will see how the MCU is going to do.
You have some people in
definitely going to be a little different.
I mean, the Thunderbolts historically, comic-wise, they've had some pretty cracked lineups in the past. Honestly.
The iteration of
was in the Thunderbolt.
Coming in May.
I don't know if this is the one though.
We got 3 months, and mind you, this movie does have to be important because right now we have to look at every movie as the countdown to Doomsday, which is next
Venom,
June,
Deadpool?
July, something like that. The next Avengers movie. So every movie now essentially has to lead up to that movie. Now, Captain America 4, loose lead up, with a little line at the end, and the Adamantium thing, very loose leaned up to it. So the movies that get closer have to lead into it in some way. And so I guess
Fantastic Four is gonna be the main one to lead to.
Yeah, Fantastic Four is gonna be the main one that probably leads into it. But I think
Sentry gonna be a good guy by the end of this movie.
Sentry appearing here lets me know this movie has to have something to do with that as well. It's not. He's not here for no reason. So
there's got to be some other heavy hitter coming through.
I'm gonna
like,
say
he's here for a reason, but we'll see how it goes.
you
Otherwise,
fight God Emperor Doom. You better bring some dog.
that's all I got. So let's go with letting people know where they can be found. So, Hater Cam, thank you for joining. Where can they find you?
You know, always on Blur Cartel via either Dark Continent or just talking wrestling on TikTok, IG. You know what I mean, the X, Facebook. You know, we're giving our Black History Month legends. We did Zach Landros, the Red SPD Ranger. He is a Black History Month legend for today. And then you know, we will be at BlurCon and have a panel Saturday. What's that? The 11th of March, 11 o'clock a.m.
Oh, that's my mom's birthday.
Shout out to the Mom Dukes. You know, will I be drunk on that morning? Probably so.
Probably.
But I have a hangover on that day. Probably not. So I'm gonna ease into that day and drink my way into doing this panel very well. So yeah, if you're going to BlurCon, go check us out. Saturday, 11 a.m. I don't have the location now, but I will sooner or later. So on the next announcement or next outro, I give you the location. But other than that,
and then of course we have other blurs. We have Zelmay stepping like his name is Musk.
Shout out to Elon Musk. Speaking of video, full review on Captain America 4, full on 30-minute, whatever, 20-minute, 25-minute view on it. Everything I like, dislike. The same thing with the Drake PND and then the Jacquees Dej Loaf album. Full reviews on that. Might be joined with Hollywood on that. Might be joined with Unico on the other one. Then we got, like I said, we're gonna talk about the Ashley St. Martin, Elon Musk. How to trick effectively. You know what I'm saying? When you're a billionaire. But we got some stuff coming. So follow Keep It 99. Follow every overall 99.
Road to 3,000 subscribers. Get us there, folks.
100%. And of course, the overall 99 gaming channel, which I will probably play on Avowed next week. So you will see me playing Avowed. Probably a little bit of Path Exile too.
Yo, I got some Night Rain in today, yo. While the network server was open, that shit might be a hit, bruh.
And then of course, we have from the dredges of the internet, the Afrocomedy 765.
You already know. You can find me at AfroComedy765 on all platforms. Of course, Wednesdays, you can find me at the Blurred Cartels Roundtable talking anime. Thursdays on Keep It 99 for casual conversations where we talk about all the debauchery and degeneracy going on the internet.
Thursday tour? What we talking about Thursday so you can go back and look at it?
Thursday, we talked about the Super Bowl halftime show. We also talked about it got political. We talked Kanye losing it, but yeah, and then
a ranking system. Y'all might.
Oh yeah, Jerkmate ranking. We talked about Jerkmate ranking too. Emerald Edgar inbound, but Friday Night Euro, where me and Spider Cam talk wrestling. We just did that where we what did we do on Friday Night Euro yesterday? Oh, Cam. Well, Friday, go check out Friday Night Euro, road to 1,500 subscribers. You know the vibe, something flagrant, something inflammatory.
And of course, I'm your boy Monray Hudson, host of Make It Make Sense. Every Saturday we is here, letting you know what's going on in the world of media and a bunch of other things. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, Make It Make Sense, the podcast on YouTube and on Facebook. Otherwise, I am here on Monray Hudson on Twitch. Every Saturday, come see what we got to say. We thank you all for joining. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate what you're watching. This is the crew. We are here. We are out. Thank you. Of course, Monray Hudson on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, as it still exists. Thank you all for joining. Peace to you all.